welcome to McDonald's. What can I get started for you today?
Yeah, can I just get a cheeseburger?
Okay, is that going to be offered today?
Yeah, it's gonna be offered today.
All right, it's going to be $378.19.
Well, actually, I don't need the cheese. You can take the cheese off.
No cheese?
Yeah, let's do no cheese. No cheese.
All right, that brings your total down to $312.17.
That sounds better. That sounds better.
All right, and are you going to be paying in full or will you be financing?
Yeah, I'll be financing today.
Okay.
Let's do the finance.
All right, and after interest, your total will be $61 a month for 6 months.
All right.
First window, please. Thank you.
Just went to the grocery store to pick up things that I've run out of, and my total was $60. You guys, how are families making ends meet? So yeah, if you're not from America and you're thinking, what the fuck is going on over there? We're all asking the same question.
So I just got back from the grocery store. That's what I got. I got 20 ramen noodles. Okay. 2 pounds of beef, tortillas, seasoning, lettuce, tomato. That's $35 worth of groceries. I'm flabbergasted. This is fucking ridiculous, you guys. When are we going to do something about this?
The salary you need to make today to live like your parents did 40 years ago, making $30K a year, is totally depressing. In a TikTok video, financial expert Robert Gill explained that, adjusted for inflation, please sit down and have your emotional support person on standby before proceeding, you'd have to make $162,342 to have the same purchasing power. Now, it's important to understand that inflation isn't just the prices of things going up. It's also the broader price increases across sectors, industries, and ultimately an entire country's economy in general. So it's not just that, say, housing prices are up since 1983. A dollar is actually worth less than it was previously. This is why we're all feeling the pinch, and also why our parents don't seem to get it. Boomers telling us to work harder isn't going to suddenly make our dollars worth more, which led several commenters to ask Gill the question probably on everyone's mind. Does inflation ever really go down? His response, it hasn't in the last 40 years. And this, of course, means that as the value of our money continues to decrease, the amount of money needed to live a stable life will continue to increase. And unless we do something, like say reining in corporate power by having reasonable corporate tax rates like the ones we had even during the beloved Reagan era, for instance, a comfortable life on a normal salary will become more and more unattainable to us average folks.
Completely got screwed. I don't think our parents realize how difficult it is. I mean, everything right now, definitely post-pandemic, it's crazy. Like I'm working 45 hours here, but I still have to ask my parents for help living here.
I have been back in the United States for 2 days. I left a year ago, and I have come back to these prices. It costs basically $6.50 for a toothbrush. Toothbrushes cost $6.76. What is it? $6.49 plus tax. So basically $7 for a toothbrush.
Mr. President, as you know, last Tuesday, the annual inflation rate came in at 8.3%. The stock market nosedive. People are shocked by their grocery bills. What can you do better and faster?
Well, first of all, let's put this in perspective. Inflation rate month to month was just an inch, hardly at all.
You're not arguing that 8.3 is good news.
No, I'm not saying it's good news, but it was 8.2 or 8.2 before. I mean, it's not. Maybe I can make it sound like all of a sudden, my God, it went to 8.2%. It's
the highest inflation rate, Mr. President, in 40 years.
I got that, but guess what we are? We're in a position where for the last several months, it hasn't spiked. It's been basically even.
Is the economy going to get worse before it gets better?
No, I don't think so. We hope we can have what they say, a soft landing, a transition to a place where we don't lose the gains that I ran to make in the first place for middle-class folks, being able to generate good-paying jobs and expansion.
And you would tell the American people that inflation is going to continue to decline?
No, I'm telling the American people that we're going to get control of inflation, and their prescription drug prices are going to be a hell of a lot lower, their health care costs are going to be a lot lower, their basic costs for everybody, their energy prices are going to be lower. So to continue to put people in a position to be able to make a decent living and grow and increase their capacity.
I'm gonna tell you how we are here in the United States of America. You know you're in the United States of America when you can buy this little amount of food and it costs you what it just cost me. I bought a bottle of coconut water, 2 things of mangoes, 2 things of blackberries, 2 things of raspberries, a thing of blueberries, some seaweed, and some seeded grapes for $70. What's really sickening about that right there is that that is an extremely healthy diet, and it cost me $70 here in the United States of America. For that same $70, you could fill that whole table up with toxic processed chemicals in bags, boxes, and cans. Welcome to the new America.
The US is completely unhinged when it comes to our prices. So I'm in the middle of the country right now. I'm in the middle of Missouri, where visiting my parents where they live, and I just went to a local chain coffee shop and got a coffee. This latte, it's a medium oat milk latte. It cost me almost $8. Like, I'm not in a big city having a fancy coffee. This is a drive-through coffee in the middle of Missouri just cost me $8. I swear, if millennials can't even afford their little treats anymore.
Sir, we need to talk about the housing crisis.
What's wrong with the housing market?
Nobody can afford a home, sir! What are we gonna do?
I have a house.
You're rich. Most Americans don't even make enough to live alone.
Sounds like a hard work problem. Tell them to work harder, longer, get a fourth job, and maybe they can get a house.
Sir, there's not enough time in a day for 4 jobs. Why don't we build more houses to regulate supply and demand so housing prices make more sense?
No. Instead of doing that, send all the money to other countries.
But sir, what about the homeless people?
And then bring those people from those other countries here.
Why?
And put them in the houses we don't have available for our own citizens.
Understood, but sir, what's the point of all of this? What are we accomplishing here?
Are you not understanding that back in 2001, only 18% of corporation-owned households?
So then what?
Now, 50% of corporation-owned households.
Okay, businesses bought all the houses, but what does that mean?
That means we have successfully turned the housing market from a consumer good into another moneymaker.
How do you benefit off of homelessness, sir?
Control.
How do you establish control?
Fear and worry.
What about the people that don't fear you, sir?
We make them angry.
What does that do, sir?
To whom the gods would destroy, they would first make mad. Let them get angry. Let them fear and worry about becoming homeless. That way they
can't focus on what's really going on. No one's paying attention.
Exactly.
It's gone down. So you're not going crazy. You're paying way more.
Big Mac, fillet of fish, large fry. Chicken McNugget.
Happy meal.
Happy meal.
Happy meal. Oh, okay. Do you want orange soda? Orange soda.
Okay, you want sauce for the nuggets? Ketchup? Okay.
And I'll have a hamburger, small fry, and a Diet Coke.
What size Diet Coke will that be? Anything for dessert? Okay, for here? That comes to $10.84, please. Oh, you already got it. I need a small orange and a small Diet, please.
I got the half meal again.
Thanks, Jason. $10.84 out of $11.
This is another example of why it is so expensive to live in 2024. I need to buy a new mattress for my kids, and so I went in my IKEA history to just click and reorder this mattress that I got. I ordered this in November 2021. I got a mattress and a dresser. So the mattress was $179 and the dresser was $129. Remember that. Because now that same mattress is $249. It is $70 more, or 40% more than it was in November 2021, 26 months ago. And then the dresser's now $90 more. It's $219, $220 if you add the 99 cents. 70% more. 70% more. This is just another example of why it is so expensive to be an adult in 2024.
No, because it's the way I have a literal master's degree and I'm on my way to interview for a serving position. Because in this economy, as a post-grad Gen Z, I cannot afford to start a career on a first-year salary. I've tried so many jobs in my field, and every single one I've had to take money out of my savings to pay my rent. I don't know whose fault it is, but damn. Why is that the case?